What is going on, everyone? Tenha here. We're gonna be talking about something very serious today. Something serious, something that I didn't want to talk about, but the time is here. We've been losing a lot of player base, and there are things that we actually wanted Genshin Impact to fix. What we're gonna do in this video is that we're gonna be mentioning a lot of the problems that Genshin Impact has that can be fixed for a better future. Wait a minute, guys. Did you know that you can get extra rewards by buying Genesis Crystal through Razer Gold? Here's how it works. Go to Razer.com. If you go to services, you can go to Razer Gold right here. And in our case, we're going to be clicking on Genshin Impact. Reload your currency. We can use any of those methods to reload on your Razer account. And then after that, click Razer Gold Wallet and click on any of those currencies that you want to buy. And make sure you put in my promo card to get your 10% back. And that is not everything. As you spend money on the games, or when you buy games, you'll be getting something called Razer Silver. And with that Razer Silver, you can get those nice Razer keyboards, Razer mouse, you can get those backpacks, headphones, glasses, webcams, and everything. Make sure you start using Razer Gold today and spend smart. Use my code TENHA10 and you will earn your 10% back. It is only available in US and Canada only. Thank you so much, Razer, for sponsoring this video. In Genshin Impact, we have a lot of characters now. While there are some it's okay to pull kind of characters, but there are some very important characters you need to pull for. For example, Zhongli, Kazuha, there's Raiden Shogun, and so on. And you probably have noticed that it takes quite a while for them to come back in the rerun banner, right? So, a lot of the people had been asking me, oh, hey, Mr. Streamer, should I be waiting for this character or should I pull for a new character? While they're all confused and a little frustrated because they don't have those good characters, I think there is a little solution to this. Either we will get 5 banners at once, or we can let players choose which character they want to pull for instead of getting a set banner for the patch. They're supposed to be fillers, right? Have their own custom banner. This will generate more revenue for Genshin Impact, less work for the banner planning, and make players feel less frustrated with a lot of the banners. Number 2. Leveling new characters are area locked. Right now, I have no complaints and I strongly feel that it is okay for now since it would only take a couple of weeks to get to Inazuma. Imagine later in the future where we would have all other regions unlocked. It would take months for new players to get to ascend new characters. Give at least an option for players to buy the ascension materials, or just when you pull for a character, you can ascend them to certain levels to at least be able to use them, right? So we can kind of concentrate all those materials that we need and put it into the 5th or 6th ascension so that materials that you need to get them to level 90 would stay the same. So that there will be no loss for Genshin Impact, and this is one of the biggest and worst problem in Genshin Impact. I know that RNG is part of the game, but the material drops? I think the RNG in the artifacts is more than good enough, but also there are RNG in the material drops. For example, when you're farming for weekly bosses, you can either get 2 or 3 talent material drops. I think that is really weird, because if you're lucky, then you can probably make your talent levels to level 10 and showcase a little bit faster than the others. But most of the time, you're unlucky, so you'd be getting 2 materials all the time. It would take months to actually fully invest into your favorite character. Especially when it comes to new characters, right? It's always time-gated, and I think that is not so great. At least make it so that material drops are fixed, so that there are no RNG for those. And for artifacts, just artifacts problem, I don't know what to say. Genshin Impact, can you do something about this? I'm not going to be so greedy about it, but please fix this problem so that more people can feel the satisfaction for logging in and farming for their artifacts. Number 4. Auto farm or even a skip ticket. A lot of the people would be like, wow, Genshin Impact is very beautiful because, you know, it's actually one of the few gacha games that allows you to travel around in the open world and spend a lot of time. But, hear me out. One of the only reasons why Genshin Impact playstyle brought a great success was that it was one of the few gacha games that actually allowed long gameplays during the pandemics. Let me emphasize. If Genshin Impact came out when there was no pandemics, I don't think people would have had time to actually play this game, right? But right now, people are going back to their life. People are going back to school, they're going to work, so they prefer games that provides a lot of auto system. while giving players an option to spend their resin like they used to, or let people to use even skip tickets, or even an auto system would make Genshin Impact so much better since not everyone has time to grind every day for a couple of hours. And number 5, the reuse of Spirit Abyss monsters. After you clear Spirit Abyss floor 8, there are floor 9 to 12 that resets every 15 days. We understand that the reruns and filler events, but at least stir up monsters in Spirit Abyss so that we can actually need to think about how to build a team or kind of think about which character would be better to use to clear Spirit Abyss. Number 6, full potential of a character always locked behind Constellation. It wasn't always the case. It all started from Child. And that's when Genshin Impact thought, wow, we're making a lot of money by forcing people to go for more constellations. It has one of my criteria to rate a character, whether if their potential is locked behind the constellation or not. Although constellations indeed make your character better, I always look at this to rate a 5-star character, whether if they're still fully functional or not. Let's be honest, F2Ps will always stay F2P no matter how generous the game is. However, if the player has money to spend, what pushes them is by making it so that if they spend a little bit more, they can unlock more constellations. Yeah, it would not be so fair for those people who has been playing this game and had been spending more money, but the game is getting older and older, right? So, I think it is time for us to kind of stir things up. Either make it so all the future characters will still be good at C0, or if you want to keep it like the way it is, like make it so that the DPS will be so strong at C6, make the Primal Gem rewards a little bit more generous so that we can kind of bait all those smaller spenders to start spending money. Number 7, not many of you guys can probably relate to this, but more rewards for dupe 5-star, whether if it's weapon or characters for the spenders. This is what makes a lot of the wheels salty. But when you're a small spender or F2Ps, any of the 5-star permabanner characters are okay, except Chi-Chi. You know, one copy of that shit is more than good enough. However, on average, you get like 4 or 5 permabanner characters. And it feels really weird when I get 5 extra summons. We might have to come up with like a mileage system where we can kind of exchange that mileage points to featured 5-star character. That would really be nice. It would also bring the spenders more satisfaction for spending money in the game. And there is no PvP system planned for Genshin Impact, so I don't think there's any reason for F2Ps or small spenders to get mad about this, right? Number 8, increase the reward for expeditions and make it full auto. How many of you guys actually think expedition is really bad? Like, I think MiHoYo probably abandoned the system and probably thinks this is some kind of like additional things that they give us. But I think it's not. Like, the amount of stuff that you get from expedition, it's very, very minimal. And then also, you have to collect the rewards and put them back in. Like, that process is just so annoying, right? Well, first of all, one thing they can probably do is add a feature where you can click one button, you take all the rewards, send them back to the expedition, right? That would be really nice. Or we can make it like, put all those characters in the expedition. Like, for example, if you have more higher level 5 stars and there's like a higher rewards for anything like that, that would probably encourage players to level up their characters to level 90, although it's not necessary. And come up with like a way to calculate your powers for each character so that depending on how much power you have with the set amount of party for the expedition, you get more rewards. And then we should make it so that we can just collect the rewards once in a while, just like how we can collect the currency from the pot that we have. And number 9, we need more contents. Let me suggest one thing. We need more challenge in the game. I know, for the newer players, you would probably think, no, I don't need new challenge. But think about this. You will soon hit the limit. You're not going to get any stronger, but you still want to get more new challenge, right? So one of the things that we kind of wanted while we were playing different games, for example, Lost Ark, there is raid system, right? So how about we come up with a raid system where you can party up and challenge the boss with friends or random people? We lack co-op contents in Genshin Impact, or overall just any contents. We appreciate the new refreshing minigame events, but they do not last long. For example, Custom Domain was a very fun event that could have encouraged people to come up with their own domain. However, a lot of us didn't want to make our own domains simply because we know it's gonna be gone after a certain period of time, or non-battle events were our thing. We need a solid minigame or contents like Spirit Abyss that lasts forever and give us additional rewards per week so that there's more reason for players to log back on. And finally, lack of goals in the game. While there is lack of contents in the game for older players, the EXP required to get to the next AR level starting from 55 becomes exponentially high. Lack of goals in the game will make people bored and tired from the game, and then we know how that works for gacha games. New players come in, spend money, get bored, and quit. However, I see so much potential in Genshin Impact. It would be a waste to just follow other low-effort copy-paste Chinese platform-made gacha games. We all know that Genshin Impact was not meant to be this big, but it came out at the right timing. It was indeed a beautiful game and very forgiving in terms of gameplay when it comes to spending. However, in order to keep winning in the mobile/PC game industry, I think fixing even one from those problems that I have listed will convince a lot of people that Genshin Impact is willing to listen to their players and wanting to change for the better. So, Genshin Impact can probably unlock air levels. They can add more adventure book quests. It stopped at chapter 9. Maybe Genshin can add more chapters to the adventure book quests as they add more regions in the game. And lastly, increase the reward for Spirit Abyss or more floors or more frequent resets. Now, even if you spend money for resin resets, we all know that it is very rare for you to get an upgrade for your artifacts. Heck, it's even impossible for you to find a specific set with the right main stats. And even if you get them, you get a very disappointing substat rolls, and it kind of drives you crazy. It makes you feel disappointed. I know it's kind of like a gacha gamble feature that we have in Genshin Impact, which can add more fun, but right now it's kind of discouraging people to play Genshin Impact. Because even if they do spend resin, what are they getting, right? Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think all those problems exist in Genshin Impact? Do you agree with me or not? Let me know in the comment section. And if you do agree with me, maybe leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and click on that bell button so that whenever I upload my videos, you'll be notified. And perhaps if this video gets a lot of views, Genshin Impact might take this seriously and think about fixing their problems. Thank you so much for your valuable time, and make sure you leave a comment and tell me what you agree with me or what you don't. And also, leave some nice suggestions for Genshin Impact so that if they ever encounter this video, then they get some idea from you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.